Child abuse happens on average 195 times every day in Texas. Area organizations are working to put a stop to it, and a nonprofit in New Braunfels is helping the children heal in a unique way. Hill Country reporter Leah Durain shows us how.
A totally custom space for a child who has survived the unimaginable.
We transform the rooms of children who have faced physical or sexual abuse.
These volunteers with the nonprofit Room Redux want to give them a fresh start.
We specifically designed the room around the child.
Headquartered in New Braunfels since 2017, Room Redux has transformed nearly 30 rooms and started chapters across the country and even overseas.
Each child can be helped and healed.
Texas statistics show 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys are sexually abused before their 18th birthday. In New Braunfels, the trauma hasn't stopped for the pandemic.
Unfortunately, we have seen a rise in cases.
The nonprofit has been able to keep up the transformations with volunteers taking added precautions.
One of the children entered the room and she was just ecstatic and just screaming and jumping up for joy.
Room Redux accepts client referrals from law enforcement, CPS, and counselors. The children are anywhere from newborn to 18 and must be in therapy. 3 more transformations are coming up, and there are plenty of ways to get involved.
So you can help by sponsoring a room, volunteering, making donations through the Amazon Smile wish list. Get the word out because everything helps.
I'm Leah Durain, the KENS 5 Hill Country reporter.